share with you guys. Let me just turn this camera. My favorite row variant in terms of upper back size, mass. Now keep in mind, I've said this before, I'm not a real, kind of like what John Meadows talks about. I kind of view this the same way. I'm not a huge fan of the traditional bent over barbell row. I feel like it's more of a spinal erector isometric exercise, which isn't bad. I still believe it has its place for really, strengthening more the lower half of the chain. But in terms of getting a squeeze and a pump in your upper back, I think there's nothing better than the one-armed barbell row. And this has some advantages over even the dumbbell one-arm row, which I do as well with heavy dumbbells. But with that, I feel like you're more likely to kind of use a little bit more momentum and cheat a little bit, which again, I can also say, having perfect form all the time and being a form Nazi is overrated as well, because it still is a great exercise, the one-arm dumbbell row. But this, in terms of a squeeze in my lat and a deep range of motion, I feel a lot. You got to have a landmine attachment and a barbell. This can also be an alternative to the one-arm dumbbell row for those of you guys that don't have long-handled dumbbells, or if you've maxed out the capacity at your current gym. But this is a great movement to utilize. I'm going to get some more water. I'll show you guys how it's done. I'm a little thirsty with this session. It's been a lot with those 20 rep squats. But with these, I really like these in terms of a back hypertrophy movement. I really get a good squeeze. I can feel, my lat really working the whole time. The range of motion is big, especially if you use 25s. And you put yourself, when you do these, in a stricter position as well. Like when you do one-arm dumbbell row, usually you got your hand on something and you're able to kind of heave up a bit. With this, your hand's just on your lap and you're in a partial hinge position the whole time, and you're just focusing on squeezing your lats. So give me a second and I'll get on these. So this is our final set of these, and I'll show you guys exactly how to do it. I'm going to be doing my right arm first. I take my left leg and I put it kind of right, barely in front of the barbell, kind of turned outward. I use straps on these, by the way. I'm going to take my right leg, and I'm going to put it right about here. I don't want it too far back, and I don't want it too close either. I'm going to put my opposite hand on my knee. I'm going to kind of turn my body like this, and I'm going to roll upward. 2, 3, 4, 5, 8. Okay, I'm going to do the same on this side. Doing left arm, right leg goes just barely in front of the bar. Turn my body, put my hand on my hip. So that's how it's done. One arm barbell row. Give them a try. Like I said, really great movement for hypertrophy, for getting a pump in your lats and the upper back development. Real huge fan of these. My favorite row, if I could pick one row out of all the rows I do, would be this, then chest supported row, and then single arm dumbbell row. So, but this is my favorite.